Good morning, students. Today we will learn how to write an order letter. An order letter is usually written when you need to assign orders for goods. It is quite common and it is written on daily basis. The language of this letter needs to be formal and letter follows a standard format since the information that is very specific. An order letter needs to pen down the terms and conditions of the purchase. These benefit both the involved parties, and it generally contains details such as product specification, their quantities, a price that the parties have agreed upon, date of delivery, and what to do in case there occurs a late delivery. It's very important to know the features of an order letter. Dear students, this letter should be very precise and there is no pep talk or casual talking required here. Language should be easy while also being formal because it's a business letter. And do not make any mistakes in the specifications and quantities. Stick to the topic and be polite because you are ordering for goods, you are not ordering the person. We should avoid use of jargons and don't hesitate to place the order, but at the same time don't forget to plan before writing. Now right in front of us we have the format. Dear students, the very first step we have to write the sender's address, and sometimes if it is required then we include email and phone number also. And if you are writing it on a letterhead of a company or of an institution, then no need to mention the sender's address because it is already mentioned. Step number 2, that is date, and all of us know that we have two ways to write British or American. Leave one line and please mention the receiver's address. Here we have 3 steps. Firstly, we will mention the designation. For example, the manager, the sales manager, the chairperson. Next, we will mention his address. Step number 4, that is the subject of the letter and it should be to the point only. And we never write complete sentence here. It should be brief. Next, salutation, and we write respected sir or sir because sir is itself a formal word. Next, that is the most important part of this letter, that is body. And I have divided the body into 3 paragraphs. In the very first paragraph, we will discuss, we have to give our formal introduction and the purpose of writing this letter also. So in clear words, we will mention that what do we want to buy, what is the reason behind that. For example, if I want to buy books for our school library, so I can give the reason also that next month we are going to organize a book fair in our school and that's why we want the books to be delivered before 30th of this month. Next, if we are their regular customer, so it's quite natural that we expect to have some discount. Dear students, all the companies, they offer institutional discount, but if we are their regular customer, so we can expect more than that also. Then the next, we will thank them for their catalog and their prices. Next is the list that we have to provide, whatever the things we want to buy. Then we will make a perfect table in which we'll cover 3 things. Serial number, then what are the things you want to buy. If it's a case of books, then we will mention the name of author and then number of copies also. Right? If it's case of musical instruments, then we will mention the number of items and of which brand or which company you want to buy. And third paragraph, dear students, in that you have to cover the most important things like mode of payment. It can be check, cash, demand draft, online transaction, or you want to pay after the delivery of goods, or you want to give 50% beforehand and 50 after the receiving of consignment. So it depends. Next thing we will discuss that defective goods and substandard qualities will not be acceptable. It means you have to include the special instructions that is a part of your terms and conditions agreed between the two parties. Try to understand, most important thing. Then please indicate your preferred delivery method and date. Mention your mode of payment, and if you have already paid, then mention the next also. Dear students, tell them that you will enjoy future cooperation with them and encourage them to contact if needed. Next we have complimentary clause. For example, we would like to hear from you at the earliest. Yeah, we would appreciate if you send us a prompt reply. You're looking forward to hear from you at the earliest. And towards the end we have sender's name, right? Before that we have complimentary clause like yours sincerely, then your name, your sign and your signature also. This question is of 6 marks. You will get 1 for format, 3 for content and 2 for expression. Now we have a sample letter. Dear students, step number 1 is our sender's address. Step number 2 is date. Step number 3 is receiver's address. Please note down, I have already mentioned the designation, the manager, Bhavan Booksellers, Mumbai. Step number 4 is subject here, and I have mentioned it in clear words, placing an order for books. Step number 5, that is sir. Now, this is our paragraph number 1, that our school or our management has already decided and we want to place an order with you, right? We are your regular customers, so we would like to have at least 20% discount, right? So dear student, then we will attach a list of books, the things that we want to buy. Now right in front of you, you have a list of books and 4 things I have mentioned. First, serial number, second, name of the books, then authors or publishers, and the last one, the number of copies required. Now this is the end of your letter and the paragraph number 3. Dear student, I have mentioned here that please send the books any day, but before 15th of May. It means I have already given them the deadline that I want the books to be delivered before 15th of May. Then my preferred mode of payment here is that I'll give them by check. But when? After the consignment is received and checked by the librarian. Next, here is a term and condition that books, they should be of new edition and should be new, and in case any defects, if defects are found, then this consignment will be returned without any payment, right? And towards the end, I have mentioned that for any inquiry from your side, it means don't hesitate if you want to know anything else, so you can contact the undersigned. Last, that is my complimentary clause here, and I have already mentioned here that we would like to hear from you at the earliest. Then last 3 steps, yours sincerely, then name and librarian. So this is what we have in order placement.